X is an A24 produced horror movie. It came out earlier this year in 2022. It is starring Mia Goth, Scott Henderson, who most people probably remember from The Ring. He was the guy that the girl came out of the TV on at the end of the movie. So yeah, it was like really fun seeing him in this, and Kid Cudi. Yeah, so this is, and most people kind of know now that there's a prequel movie to this that's out already called Pearl. And there's this supposed to be stuff in this movie that's supposed to I guess it's supposed to be answered in Pearl, in like the prequel. I do plan on seeing that at some point, maybe in like a week or two, because I really want to kind of like tie the story in a bit. Yeah, and it was also directed by Ty West. I'm sorry, it was written and directed by Ty West, who was kind of like a veteran horror director at this point. He did one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite like low budget horror movies is VHS that came out several years ago. He did one of the more chilling segments in it. So like VHS is like a found footage type of movie. The segment he did in it was pretty chilling. It was this couple, the seemingly happy couple that went on a honeymoon. They went out to, the honeymoon was to the Rockies or something like that. And I won't spoil it. I'll let you see it, so you can like find out what's going on. Okay, so what is X about? So it is summer in 1979 in Houston, Texas. And there's a bunch of ambitious filmmakers who are setting out to make this really kind of grand avant-garde film, and so they found this remote house out in the middle of nowhere that's on the property of an elderly couple. And so like the house is kind of like on the opposite side of the property, and so they secretly trying to film their movie there, without letting the elderly couple know. But unbeknownst to the elderly couple, the movie that they are trying to make is a porno. Yep. And also the elderly people have a bunch of bizarre secrets that they're trying to keep from, those guys making the movies. And so, yeah, there's what I like about this. There is a lot to like here. It's a kind of fun slasher. There's a lot of differences in this than like your typical, slasher. But the thing I like the most about this is like there is a bit of a deeper story with this. And that's why I'm really interested to see Pearl at some point too. The elderly couple, or with the older lady in here who actually, I have to shout her out too while I'm in the what I like part about the video. So like the old couple in here are like young actors who are like put in old makeup and told to act like older people, which typically is disastrous. I typically never like when they do that in movies. A lot of times it's like if I tell my 4-year-old daughter to like act like an old person, what she does is typically the same thing the actors will do on screen. But I gotta say, Jenna Ortega and Stephen Uri, I think his name is, they killed that part. Like they really did like a really good job. It wasn't hokey. It wasn't over the top. It was like, yeah, they did a really good job in that with, the young people playing older people in here. It's probably like one of the best things of that category that I've seen in a minute. But with that said, like there's some themes in here that is actually pretty intriguing. Like, the older lady, I really get the feel that she just wants to be satisfied. Honestly, probably been some decades, since she's been satisfied. But I think more than that, she's, it's more so like the regret she kind of feels from, not doing things that she thought she would have done or would have liked to done, and now she's kind of like too old to do them, or to to enjoy life the way that she wants to, and I think that's something there. Like there really is something there. Like again, I'm starting to gray. I'm getting older. I'm in my like early 40s, so I'm kind of in a place where I can kind of identify with that. Like I'm kind of in that space where like I can like identify like some regrets or mistakes I made, in the past, but I'm still in the state where I'm still old enough to like go at it and like go out there and still do what I want to do and like get what I want to get. But like, when you're that, much in your senior years and, you're still craving for experience all these different things. That's like a really good theme in here that they hinted at. But then, like, we have to push that aside and start believing that a bunch of like old geriatric people are like out here killing people. It's a movie. At the end of the day, it's a movie. But that's definitely the weakest part of it. But with that being said, there are some genuinely eerie, creepy, gross out parts to this too. Yeah, the scene here with her in the bedroom is actually like, yeah, it is kind of skin crawly. It really is. Like, that was one of the highlights of the movie. It was really fun to see that, and just to see how twisted these old people are. I mean, so I was saying that we're supposed to like believe that a bunch of like old geriatric people that could barely stand up damn near are supposed to be out the ones that's like offing all these people. There's some things there where, like, they're older, so your defense is down. You know what I mean? So they can kind of get the drop on you because you're not suspected. They're older people, So, but yeah, that was good. But I mean, at some point, it's like, all right, come on, man. Like, get these old ass, get these old people the hell up out of here. Come on, yo. Yeah, so I mean, that's one of the things I don't like about the movie. It's at a certain point, like after about like the what, fourth or fifth kill, it's just kind of like, come on, son. I'm beating some old man's ass out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no. At a certain point, it's just like, look, all right, enough. Sit your old ass down. But that was, I mean, it was it was well acted. It was a fun movie to go through. And again, they're shooting a porno, so I mean, I mentioned Kid Cudi is in here too, and I know of his music. I'm not like that big up on him. I'm not that familiar with like a lot of his music, but I mean, I'm a little too familiar with Kid Cudi, more so than I want to be. You know what I'm saying? But no, he was actually really damn good in this. It took me by surprise. Like, I've seen him pop up in a couple of movies here and there, but like, judging from this, 'cause this is the only thing I've seen him in though. But yeah, he was actually like really damn good in this. Like, I was like, okay, and he was going in, if you know what I mean. But yeah, X, I can give this a solid 4 out of 5. It was really good, kind of old school slasher, but with a kind of like twist on it. But the thing I hate the most is they had something there, but they didn't go that deep with it. They just, it turned into like just a complete old school slasher. Yeah, 4 out of 5. X, dope.